Welcome back to Sports Nation Live. Look right now at the scene of the League of Legends World Championships, which will happen tomorrow, Saturday, out at Staples Center. They've been getting this thing ready all week.
Yep.
And it's kind of a big deal. Joining us now, that's that like a fancy, whoa! That is super helpful.
Perfect timing, right? Perfect timing.
From the esports community, retired player turned, we're going to get to that, turned commentator Jatt Leesman, also Locodoco.
There he is.
Former player turned coach.
Respect.
I believe we need to preface this with, we know nothing. Okay. So we're about to learn some stuff. Marcellus?
He said he watched last year.
He kind of.
I watched last year. I'm going to be there tomorrow, so I'll be at the championships. But the Worlds, is this the equivalent of the Super Bowl in my world?
Yeah, I would say so. Except the only difference would be if the Super Bowl is just the U.S., this is like there's 13 countries that play this game, and they all come together for the World Championship, the best from each country. Usually it's Korea that is in the finals, and that's what we have this year.
Gotta get Korea!
Now, I have to ask you, how do you retire from this sport? I mean, all the love, all the riches. Why retire? Come on, Locodoco.
You just get burned out playing 14, 16 hours a day.
Wait, what?
Playing
14 to 16 hours a day?
Well, that's one of the big differences between esports and, say, football or something, right? You have physical constraints to how much you can practice on the football field, but that doesn't necessarily exist in esports, so it's all about your mental constraint, and that leads to rapid burnout sometimes.
Wait, what happens to your eyes and your head? I feel like that's going to hurt after 16 hours.
Eyes haven't been that big of a problem, but where most physical ailments happen for players is the wrist, where they have a lot of, so what do you call it?
Yeah, I mean, people get like some tendonitis sometimes, but it really depends. The players that aren't necessarily as educated were the ones that ran into it first, but now it's becoming pretty common knowledge of how you should be sitting and what type of gear you should be using. But that's the stuff that, like, the early going-ons of the esports scene, that's what they're dealing with.
You imagine being an e-gamer on IR? You'd be like,
I know.
I want you to be completely honest with me.
Oh, no.
I was really good at Centipede growing up.
Oh,
Do I have what it takes to go to the next? What are you laughing at? I was really good.
I Pac-Man. So
I don't think you got it.
Do I have what it takes, or what does it take in order to get to the next level if Centipede training is not enough?
Centipede training, the thing is you have to play video games for most of your life, and you have to be willing to practice the 10 to 15 hours a day, and you also have to be really good at teamwork, because that's the thing with this game, is it is 5 people in the field at the same time, and while they do have a coach that helps them outside of the game, once you're in the game, no one is calling plays for you. So there's no coach telling the offense what to run versus defense coordinator. The players have to be able to make those decisions within the game. So you need tons of dedication, a lot of intelligence.
How do you coach someone to play video games?
Well,
coach?
You tell them how they can get better faster. That's basically it. You point out their mistakes, you tell them what they're doing wrong, and you try to streamline the process of getting better, so they're always improving every day.
Like, listen, no offense, but you look like Doogie Howser. How are you retired?
No offense taken. He was a
compliment. He was the man.
Wait, how are you retired? You look like you're 12 years old.
I know, I kind of love it.
Yeah, I look young. I'm 29. I mean, that's...
No, you're young.
That's still very young.
Just stop.
I'll be honest. As far as commentating for me goes, I wanted to be someone who could teach people about League of Legends, which is the esport that I broadcast, and I wasn't able to do that as a player. Not to mention the pressure that is on you when you're a player, where I'm sure you've experienced this. Your success is dictated about days at a time. If you lose, suddenly your life is
Oh, I can see that.
I get you.
Not as good.
But if you're broadcasting, you get to have a much more balanced life, and you also get to bring the sport to so many people who've never experienced it.
Where are we on the art of trash talking during games? Are we there yet?
Locodoco, you laughed at that.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 years ago, it was a lot bigger.
Oh.
I feel like it's died down a lot.
Wait, what? People are getting nicer?
Well, he was on the receiving end of some trash talk gone wrong.
Like what? What did you hear? What did you hear?
So we have a couple tournaments each year, right? And he went on record to say Europe will crash and burn.
Oh.
The coach
Like the whole country?
The whole thing?
Well,
The European team would crash and burn.
Yeah.
Of course, the European team defeated him. They went on farther in the tournament. And then I think he still gets tweets about how Europe will crash and burn.
That takes some
2 years
really
later.
big guts in order to go out and say, this entire country is going to fall beneath my feet.
Well, that's the thing, right? Esports has a lot of regionalism in it, too, because there's so many different countries that play it. So you'll have one team, and then suddenly they're representing every single player from that nation, right? So it gets pretty serious sometimes.
well, no one trash talks Korea because they're like the dominant
We should.
force.
Try.
They try, right?
But it never works.
What does the rest of the world need to do to catch up to Korea in esports?
The same question would always be a basketball analogy. What does Spain need to do to catch the U.S. in Olympic basketball?
Move to America. It's not going to happen. No, but
That's what some people say with Korea, right? Because they've been serious in esports, and Locodoco has lived and played in Korea too, so he can speak to this as well. But the culture there is kind of, if you want to be an esports pro player, sometimes that's your road to success. Whereas a lot of times growing up in the U.S., whether you're a basketball or football player, like that's how you make it
You
big.
mean there's hoods in Korea that are like going, yo, dude.
They're called
Maybe.
PC bunks. Kids leave school early to go play video games at the PC bunk.
Oh, it's huge.
Okay, can I ask an obvious question, the get off my yard kind of question?
Okay.
So everyone's like, oh, you just play video games and you're pasty and you're fat, you're not doing anything. But you guys are like not of any of that. So I don't understand, if you're playing video games for 16 hours a day, how are you not looking differently than you are?
Not pasty and fat. Just
Yeah,
saying.
what's
Just
the,
no
I don't get
Funyuns.
it. That's how, yeah.
No fun.
The stereotype of like the fat video gamer,
Right.
like eating Doritos, drinking Mountain Dew, is that's just a very negative stereotype. Like, to be a professional gamer, the time you have to put in, the amount of effort, the amount of you have to be healthy to a certain regard. Or
So you're
you can't
eating
focus
well.
for
You're
12,
doing like what
14
an
hours.
athlete does.
Yeah, I think some of the best players do that. I mean, that's not to say there's not people that are out of shape that play video games, just like there's people that are out of shape. Bartolo Colon eating 2 boxes of Captain Crunch before the
Amen.
Right.
There's a picture. There's going to be variance in that, but the very best players have a good sleep schedule. They manage their caffeine intake. They know how to take care of their bodies and their wrists, because you have to do that to play at the highest level.
Who's the Cristiano Ronaldo of sport?
Michael Jordan of the sport, like, you can do it. It's fake.
Say Faker.
Oh, Faker.
It's obvious.
Yeah.
SKT, baby.
Korean. See, he's done his research.
SKT all day,
You've been
baby.
hiding from us.
I was setting them up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, he would be here if he didn't have to go out there and destroy
Oh,
them
that's
all.
a great
okay.
point.
Yeah.
What do we do to Faker so we can try to sabotage the Korean team? As Americans, we owe it.
Faker is the greatest player to ever play League of Legends. That's pretty knowledgeable at this point. Like, no one will actually debate you on the topic. We've had 6 world championships. He's won 2 of them.
Yep.
He's going on his 3rd. He's pretty much always regarded as
Oh, there he is.
Why is he called
Yeah.
Faker?
he picked a name.
He picked his own name?
Yeah, that's what you get to do in League of Legends. You'll have your own name, but then when you go and play, you type something in. That's what people know you by. And typically, that's why people call. That's why I'm Joshua Jatt Leesman, because I
What's
picked
Jatt?
Jatt.
What is
It's just
that?
a name that I picked when I started playing.
Does it
League of
mean
Legends.
anything?
Not really. It's a combination of mine and my old friend's name, Josh and Matt.
Okay, I can
Played
see
games
that.
Together was Jatt, and I like the sound of it. Locodoco has a similar story.
I mean, Americans have usually a more personalized nickname. For Koreans, they pick a noun that sounds cool in English. Like, there's ambition, crown, ruler. They just pick a noun.
Ruler.
Ruler's good.
They found a noun. They're like, oh, that sounds cool. I want to be ruler.
Do you have a king? Is there a king?
not yet.
Is there a queen? I believe in gender equity.
I just want to let everybody know the game is growing. It is huge.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to get hip to this. Went from $100,000 in cash prizes about 5 years ago, now over $3.5 million. So people are jumping on board.
$3.5 million?
I mean, it's
I'm about to
real.
get
Oh, yeah,
some
you just
17
got
on.
it. We're going to be right
real.
back. We're going to play a game called Classic Sports versus eSports. In the meantime, another look at the scene outside Staples Center right now, home of this year's League of Legends Championship. Marcellus,
This is Sports Nation. I'll be there tomorrow.
but where will you be?
I'll be by that bear.
Another live look at what's going on just downstairs. That place tomorrow is going to be packed,
Huge.
right?
I've seen people already walking around, 8-foot costumes.
Whoa!
Yeah, it's insane out there.
It's hot
That's
outside.
actually-
in a costume that big.
Okay, you're just a weirdo.
It rained today.
Jatt, Locodoco, we're actually going to play a game now.
Okay.
I guess we're playing against you, kind of, called Classic Sports versus
Yes.
eSports. First up, go.
Worst early celebration, was it the Clemson player or guilty gear? Go Beetle.
Well, so here's the Clemson's player. This is Ray McLeod.
Ray. I
Turning
know
the
Ray
punt
Ray
for
now.
a sure touchdown.
Ray
You know
now.
how it works. They do it early, things happen, it's never good. But
You'd think
it
after
worse?
one person would do that, they'd
they would
stop
learn.
doing it.
They don't. But look, y'all seen it too.
The dead angle doesn't bait it. Gets caught low again, has to burst immediately.
Full meter, though. Full meter. He's going to have to do. Oh, he can't. No burst.
So smart.
Oh, my
So
God.
smart.
Genius.
So smart, he couldn't burst because of the super. But Washiga thinks it's over.
Locked down.
But he won the last round.
What a
And
shot.
Ogawa doesn't
What a
care.
shot.
He still got 65%.
Oh, my God.
Washiga, no.
Washiga, not like this. What are you
What
standing
are you
up for?
standing up for?
Why?
Oh my God! Washiga thought it was over and stood up, and Ogawa gave him no remorse.
That is exactly what happens. Do not celebrate too much. Pop off.
Oh my God!
That's pretty bad. Like,
Yeah.
we've seen the football one, but in your world, that seems to be a problem.
That one's worse. Like, in football, you fumble the ball sometimes.
Yeah.
You're going to drop it when you get in the end zone anyway. He's not even finished finish the game.
Yeah.
That's the only time I've seen that happen.
Why would
in
he
sports.
think that he could get up then?
Yeah, I mean, it's beyond intentional. It's just almost to the level of, like, what are you thinking? Because you have the joystick in your hand, you got the screen in front of you, you got your opponent next to you. You should be focused on just that instead of worrying about the crowd and getting an early adulation. That's crazy. But they're both divas. They're both divas that got caught.
I just like the reaction afterwards of both players. One looks like he's going to crown the bench. The other one's just so depressed he can't even get his head up.
I know.
Yeah, drop the-
As he should be.
Drop the
Be embarrassed,
joystick.
right, guys?
Drop
So does that mean esports wins, or is it, like, what is this?
Nobody
No,
wins.
neither.
Nobody loses.
Nobody wins. We're just all agreeing.
Oh, we're
Yeah.
all ties? Are we going to go there?
No,
thought
I
you
don't,
like
I'm
us
not.
to.
I'm not keeping score. I just think
I do not want
we're
to
just making
participate
fun
in
of
So
it.
far, I think Classic Sports won.
Next.
What?
Worst glitch in the system. Is it Draymond Green or virtual Bynum?
Oh, yes. Do you remember the time Mr. Draymond Green froze during a press conference and we all started to think maybe he's a robot, Westworld? We're all watching you. I mean, this is real. But is it worse than this? NBA Elite 11. Andrew Bynum doesn't move. I love glitches. Marcellus.
Yeah.
Which
Which
one's
one's worse? Draymond probably got some bad news on Snapchat.
Just like right then?
He's like, whoa, did it really? Did
Oh, I
really
got
press that
hacked
button?
again.
So that's what happened. I think it's Draymond, 'cause that's a real person. That's not a glitch. That's not a computer mix-up. That is a real dude stuck in the
Wait,
moment.
you've never been so tired that you just zone out?
No, never. Not
What?
like that. No.
He's fatigued,
No,
man.
no, I'm not sleeping.
Yeah.
All right, so
Look at that.
Just checks
But
out.
glitches happen a lot in
Yeah.
video games, and we always laugh at
I
it.
think
Exactly.
Draymond Green is hilarious, but ultimately it had no impact on his interview. He snapped out of it. He was able to
True.
answer questions.
Good answer.
Andrew Bynum stuck. You've lost the game. You're
Yeah.
4v5 for the rest of it.
Have you seen the Lakers?
I'm about to say.
It's very similar to the real Andrew
I
Bynum.
was thinking that. There were times where they did play 4-on-5. Would bind him on the court. They were like, your knees are really messed
This is
up.
basically a documentary as far as I'm
He
concerned.
might be icing his
That's
knees. in the moment.
hilarious.
Yeah. Bynum had bad knees, so that could have happened anytime.
That was real.
Trade him away.
Voice of Euro next.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. Better display of showboating. Is it the Saints or Counter Logic Gaming?
This is why you're not on television.
Exactly.
Nick Fairley,
Oh, this.
barrel tap, Zach
Give it
Cam
to him,
Newton.
baby.
Don't know.
I gotta get sex with it. Hey, oh, whoa. It's now 55, y'all should be looking at.
I like 55.
190. Look at
Oh,
that.
man, look it out. Yeah.
Seriously. However, there's also this right here. Counter Logic Gaming, after winning an intense League of Legends battle, flashed their team logo over their vanquished foes. That is showboating. I mean, wait, how do you even? I don't know how you do that. Which
It's
one's
a
worse?
command you have in the game.
And you can just do that anytime?
You can just do that. It's you're trying to show off. I gotta say, this is the one where I'm not going with these sports. The dance after the sack is much cooler. Everyone flashes their.
Oh, they do?
They're not even dabbing on cam. I'm gonna have to go with esports.
Oh, really? You going there?
Loyal to the end.
We had COG actually do a dab after one of their tournament wins. That was-
Actually, I'm going with you guys on this one because if I could put my uniform on my opponent, if I could put my logo on you while we're still playing and then still beat you,
I'm going
to me, that's
classic
more amazing.
sport because I could actually hear the music that's playing in his head as he's dancing. I was like, I know that song.
Right. That's
Yeah,
good.
he had it going.
But he put his logo, like my logo, on you as I beat you.
yeah, well, it comes up right over top of your head.
Yeah. Come on, that's sweet.
We have one
That's
last
only-
topic. Can you get this one right, Zach?
Yeah, no, I'm back. More triumphant win. Cavaliers or SKT? Go beat them.
All right, Cleveland Cavaliers, we all know they came back from a 3-1 deficit in the NBA Finals. They won the title for the land, the first in 52 years.
Man.
However, is that more triumphant win than SKT's win in the semifinals of the 2016 League of Legends Championship? Here it is.
Engage the stun against the wall. Peanut could go down to Bangi, getting the kill again as they move on to the Nexus turrets. And it's all that she wrote for this one. SK Telecom T1 backs against the wall. Bangi himself 3-0 against Rocks Tigers in the series. And SKT punched their ticket to their third World Final.
What just happened?
They killed the Nexus. That means they win the game. But you also have to remember, SKT is the dominant team in League of Legends, and they won the championship last year. So they're going for back-to-back titles, which is still something someone had never
So
done
what you're
before.
saying is I'm an idiot for asking that question. I got it.
No, it's
That was
actually
a great question. They're winning the game.
An exact parallel to why the Cleveland Cavaliers win this one because Golden State won the
52
championship the
years
year
of
before,
championships.
and they were the dominant team, winning 73 regular season games, and they still got beat by a team that they were up 3-1. That's crazier. So I got to give it to Cleveland.
I kind of
Cavs
like
are
the
the
other
underdog. And
Which
also,
one?
I like you guys as one just because things were glowing and sparkling and stuff. And I was
Oh
like,
my,
I
that's
really?
appreciate the sentiment.
It was glowing and sparkling. He is
glowing and
right about that.
Sports story, 50 years versus. That's like the Golden State Warriors beating the Thunder in the playoffs is not as important as Cleveland beating them in the finals.
Well, I mean, some people
It's-
say that.
All right, get all technical and stuff.
We're going to be right back, but first, I think we're
Locodoco,
going to take another look outside, Staples Center. Oh, no, inside. I'm sorry. Oh, now they're getting stuff right. This is where you have to really practice because you don't want any, like, electronic mistakes.
Look at that.
What is that?
Next level, man. This is Sports Nation.
Sports Nation is presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
Time for Postal Nation, presented by Toyota. We've got some winners, also some losers. We'll start with the winner, though. The Jetsons. Uber has announced that Uber Elevate is a division that will offer rides from flying cars. They were hoping it will be ready to go within a decade. Marcellus?
Yeah.
Are we doing this?
Absolutely. Who watched the Jetsons growing up and always thought one day they could be with George and Judy? It's coming, man. I can't wait for
you guys, the
I'm doing
Jetsons
this.
was a cartoon. Where we
I know, right? Let me explain to you
it
guys.
was about the future.
Jane, his
This
wife.
will be a little higher on the flying Uber cars. I don't know.
Well, who's piloting these planes? Because like I've
Oh,
gotten
you
in some
know-
Are they
Ubers before that I'm like,
Oh, you know what? Every accident is deadly. I'm not. No, I don't trust the traffic in the air. Can you do it?
I am totally going to do it. You get to avoid LA traffic, I would do almost anything.
What if somebody's
So
texting?
there'll be traffic for
what
that.
if they're texting and flying? I don't think that's gonna go well.
By the way, but
Trying to
these
find the next ride.
Oh no, I'm off.
things are cool though. Like
They are
look cool.
sweet. If they could control the traffic in there, but I don't think they can.
I'm not doing it.
You're not
There,
Not doing
that's
it?
it. Done.
You
Over.
got scared? and
I don't
you-
even like to fly in a
You
real
want to be in
plane.
a Shark Tank and you won't do that?
Yes, loser, humans. These are robots. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys are here. So these guys played in a RoboCup challenge in China.
Battery.
I believe
low.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, he did the twerk. He started twerking that one. You see
Do you
that?
feel anything when you see these robots playing soccer? I feel like it's mixing both worlds together.
I don't.
Locodoco. What's up? You don't like that?
No?
No, this is an esports thing.
One of the charms of esports is the fact that you can go play it at home and then watch exactly the same thing happen. You're not playing a robot.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Even you guys are saying that's too far, huh?
Wow.
That's too far.
I can't believe the snobbery.
Sounds like everyone hates robots.
Hey, watch him though when he falls.
Electronic snobbery.
Watch him get
Don't
up.
laugh at him when he falls.
No, because he twerks.
What if the
Gets
future
up.
of esports is robots?
It's
They start to
it's
become
your
really
job.
good.
Say the
Look
same
at
thing about the future of NBA. What if
We may not ever do this.
Robo Draymond Green becomes a real thing?
I'm all
Oh,
in
you
on
better
that.
watch it.
I'm all in on that.
So when he glitches, he may actually be glitching.
Nothing
Yeah.
but the kick. Nothing but the kick.
what you
Robot
did over
Draymond. Kick. kick.
Stop doing that,
kick.
Marcel. Winner, space travel. In a GQ interview, Boris Diaw said he wants to travel into space and he would also be interested in living on Mars if and when that becomes a possibility. Locodoco. You living on Mars?
Not by myself. Depends who I'm going with.
Okay, well,
Where's
who
Dion?
would you like to go
He's
with?
trying to holler. He's trying to match
I know.
up here.
Is there anyone you'd like to take?
I'll take Jatt.
I'm going. I'm not bringing my boy. I'll tell you that.
I'm going straight Captain Kirk. I'm going to get some green and take with me.
I'm not going.
I don't even know what you just said.
I'm not going.
Captain Kirk from
I'm
Star
not.
Trek.
Well, I don't know. I might go.
No, you wouldn't.
Again, Xanax, the way up. But once you're there, you don't have to leave. You're not leaving again. You're like there.
You're
It's
there.
a one-way
Is
trip.
it like an Uber trip up?
Yeah. No. Wasn't Boris Diaw like a point guard? Then he became like a center.
What does that mean?
No snacks no more. He's gonna eat all the snacks.
Good food up there. All the
Boris gonna eat all
He
the
likes
food.
espresso. He would have nice espresso. I love Boris.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
Loser,
Boris Diaw gonna eat all the snacks.
your core. This is Ulysses Jr. Okay, this is him on Instagram. He's working on his core, apparently. LZ.
That's insane.
Too much core work.
Let me tell you
I feel
something.
like he worked on his arms,
You
too.
think this is about exercise? I'm convinced this is some sort of sexual fetish. There's no reason to
Yo,
do that.
hey, look
Talking
at that.
about I'm working on my six-pack.
First of
There's
all,
no
you
reason
focused on the wrong
to
thing
do
if you're
that.
looking at his stomach. He's lifting like 600 pounds right there, but no one's talking about that. And two, that actually works. That shock treatment. A lot of times
Why?
in football, coaches will run by you and they will hit you in your stomach. It does something to like the
Ethan?
reaction of your abs and it makes them stronger.
Jatt, let me hit you in the stomach real
I did
hard.
not know that. No, thank you.
Okay.
I respectfully decline. I didn't know that. You actually getting hit while
Yeah,
training.
it makes them contract. So
right.
they're no longer static or they're no longer.
I am
going through normal
contracting
movement.
when I hit myself.
See, yeah, your
Oh,
body
there
has
it
to
is.
react. It sends a response.
Add that to the esports training. Hit
My
the
new
wrist
favorite
while
When they
they're
know it's coming.
You are going to get avocado spilled all over you if you keep that up.
Yeah. I love how we talk about his abs. He
Winner.
the world.
That's crazy. Winner, swordplay. Really? Former Titan great Eddie George got the crowd hyped for Thursday.
Eddie.
By waving the sword around. Of course he did. Marcellus, what does this even mean?
He had hair before he got out there, and then woof, just took it off. Just took it off.
Wah,
Whoa!
wah.
I don't know what that means.
It means he's doing too much. You don't need it.
What is that he
way
doing?
too much. You
Yeah.
seem like you're a Titan. You start up as an Oiler.
Wait, do you guys have mascots?
Hey, that's
Or like
real.
cheerleaders? Or better question,
Heavy for real.
do you have groupies?
You just have to check his Twitter, and you might be able to find
Yeah,
an honest
see,
answer.
I knew that.
I'm asking you again. Who you taking the balls? Who you taking the balls?
Taking Jatt.
Hold my joystick, girl. No. You never said that in game.
We are getting into a territory right now.
That would be the only thing I say.
They do exist.
They
They do exist. Loco would be able to.
Not that I know of. Not that I know of. Not that I know of.
Coco is loco.
Not that I know of.
Coco.
I'm going to read this, but we're not going to talk about it because I'm going to go back to that. Loser being a good teammate, Dwayne Wade decided to practice his jumper instead of joining his teammates in a scuffle against the Celtics last night. Who cares? Back to the groupies. What do they do?
I want to talk about.
Yes.
Okay, he's going.
We call them e-girls.
What's the E? Every girl.
And
They're basically streamers. They broadcast themselves.
Oh.
They're cosplayers, and then they come.
so they're in costume?
League of Legends
I mean,
characters.
I feel like there's variations in everything. Like you have the very normal girls. You also have the girls that definitely want to hang out with a celebrity or something. But it's
Man.
Are there female
giving
players?
I'm giving Loco a little bit too much crap right here.
Loco,
No, I like
I
it.
will be hanging with you tomorrow at the.
Wait, are all the
your life.
athletes
My time.
You're all right.
Generally,
I'm trying to keep you married. I
almost all
know.
professional players at this point. Yeah.
Okay.
Although there's not like restrictions that ban.
So we don't have enough women. We got to get more women in there.
Are there
It won't come off, Loco.
Wieners! Stuffed animals! Oh, this is an important story we need to update. A few days ago, we reported that Mike Zimmer staged a stuffed animal massacre to motivate the Vikings. He is now denying said massacre, saying that actually he just placed some stuffed animals in players' lockers. I do think this is serious, Marcellus.
Yeah.
Do you, in fact, believe that he did not massacre those stuffed animals?
Yeah, I actually believe him. I played for Zimmer before in Dallas. I could testify to his character. I think he just put him in there saying, hey, some of you guys are playing a little soft right now.
So he
Maybe
did not
that.
massacre them.
No, why would you
Okay.
massacre
Just
him?
wanna-
Leave him alone.
Well, it's a disturbing story.
I think Peter sent a letter to the franchise. And
Peter
that-
cares about stuffed animals too?
Yes.
Peter cares
Peter
about a
Stuffed
lot.
animals too?
Yes. President Obama swatted a fly and Peter got on him. So I think they care about
Fact.
the little stuffed
Oh,
animals
that's a
too.
good point.
Swat of
good
the
point.
Fly on HBO's show too. Are they going to get on?
Peter does not like
Peter
it.
does not play.
Yeah, Peter does not play.
Well, Peter couldn't
I'm
deal with it.
thinking about a hamburger. I'll probably have a letter from Peter as soon as I get back to my
They
house.
weren't with me when I was
Only
growing
thinking
up.
about stuff. Loser, skinny guy.
I killed a lot of
Skinny
roaches
guys.
growing up, Peter. I'm sorry.
Well, that's different. College football. Hit 300-pound offensive tackle Brian O'Neill
Oh, he ain't gonna make it.
making some work happen.
Oh man, he is struggling.
So this was a
Good
play.
job.
I like this.
I like the fact that he had to run for it and actually show some
Dive at the end.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't understand why people always get so excited about fat guys getting touchdowns. Because as far as I can tell,
I can explain.
most of the players are fat anyway. Most of the players scoring touchdowns are fat. How is this like?
Wait, what?
Why looking at me like
What?
that?
Who?
You saying Jerome Bettis was 10% body fat?
That's one
That's
dude.
one dude, and he had
Keep
quick
going.
feet. He had quick feet.
Keep going. Give us
He had quick feet. Boy, the bus can move. That bus can roll. We're talking about out of shape.
Did DJ get one for Green Bay? He got several touchdowns.
Two.
That's two.
Keep going.
I said
Yeah,
several.
I was like, that's
That's
a
still
rarity
two.
when you see
I mean,
a
at
big
least
guy
three.
move.
The fridge back with the Bears.
Oh, that's
fridge.
the one. Helping.
The
Yeah.
fridge.
Yeah,
I
stop
like to
that.
embarrass him. You don't want him to be right, ever.
It's great coming for a fat
No,
player
because
to
it
score a
looks
touchdown.
awesome. Like, look how awesome that
And he actually outran.
This
one
is something
time.
special though because I mean
Right?
he's a tackle, right?
He looks
Yeah.
great. Winner, League of Legends. The most important question of the day. Locodoco. Who's going to win this bad boy, SKT or Samsung Galaxy?
So there's a saying in League of Legends, never bet against SKT. So I'm
Fair.
just going to go with SKT.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about how they won last year. They're going for 3 and 4 years. The Samsung roster has only been together in this iteration for like a couple of months, really.
Oh.
Like SKT is big.
But that would be a big story then if they pulled off
It would
the
be a huge
upset.
story.
Yeah, but, not to keep it boring, so I won't agree with you guys. Only one team has won it outside of SKT. Who is that? That's
Recently,
right.
it would be Samsung
Thank you.
with the
So, I'm going with Samsung.
I'm not going with Samsung.
I'm going
They'll
with
blow up.
But I like fakers.
Until they can resolve this blowing up stuff they got going on.
Maybe that helps.
That team might be hurt. Where's our game? No, I'm going with Faker.
You're good. Okay, well,
Yeah, you got
can we actually bet money? We should bet money on it. You guys, thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Enjoy this weekend. It's going to be awesome.
Yep.
League of Legends, World Championships tomorrow down at Staples Center. Look for Marcellus.
I'll be there.
He'll be there.
It won't be hard to
E-girl
find.
pimp
Back
right
on Monday.
there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
36 million people watched last.